Real quick disclaimer, if you already saw this on Reddit, I actually miscalculated the volumes. It's actually 3,211 blocks in volume, not 3,705. Here we go. Hey guys, ViscosComb24 here, bringing you a real quick redstone tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build my 7x7 double cave door. As you can see, it looks the same on both sides. If I go back over to the front here and flick the lever again, you can see it opens. It closes and opens perfectly well. It's speedy. It's 13 wide, 13 deep, and 19 tall. So 3,211 blocks in volume. Let's start. So this right here will be the middle block of your door. Gonna want to go underneath it, build up 5 sticky pistons, then go down here, break the first one. You should have that, then put 2 slime blocks right there, and this is the center. Put a normal piston there, and then put 2 blocks of choice over them like so, then 3 obsidian on this side, and on this side. That right there is pretty much the center. Now you're gonna want to build out 2 more 2x3 like so, then 2 obsidian, go underneath, put 2 slime, and then go over here, put 2 temporary blocks, 3 sticky pistons facing up, then you can put 3 sticky pistons facing up over here too, and then break that temporary block, 2 slime, and then put 5 normal pistons like so. Now you're going to want to go over here and build out a bit more blocks of choice like so. Don't actually put those there, break those, and then put 3 there, and 3 there. Now you can get out your obsidian, put 2 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. Then put blocks of choice all along here, like so. Now you're going to want to go to the back here, build out 2 and 2, then 2x3, put obsidian in these gaps right here, and then once you have that, put 2 obsidian there, blocks of choice all along there, like so. Then go underneath here, build out 2 temporary blocks, 3 sticky pistons facing up, 3 sticky pistons facing up, and then put your normal piston back, then another one there, 2 slime, and then 2 normal pistons and 2 normal pistons facing up. Now once you have that, you're going to be ready to start putting in your doubles. So build out your normal block platform 2 more, and then go down here, put slime there and there. Then you're going to want to get out a temporary block, place it there, then 2 sticky pistons facing up, break the temporary block, 2 sticky pistons facing up, break the block, then put a normal piston there and there, both facing up, then a sticky piston facing up here, break those blocks, and then another sticky piston facing up right here, and then break those blocks. Now that is the back side of your door, like the bottom layout finished. Go to the front, 2 slime, temporary block, 2 pistons, both facing up, and then break that block. Now go down here, temporary block, 2 pistons facing up, break the block, then normal piston facing up there, and then put sticky piston facing up there, break those blocks, and then a sticky piston facing up right there, and break those blocks. Once you have that, you can finish off your floor at the front here, and that right there will be your bottom layout finished. Put a block there, break this block, put a sticky piston facing up, and then replace the block. Then you're going to want to go to the back side after breaking that block and do the exact same. Block, go right here, break that block, sticky piston facing up, and then a block on top of it. Then break that, and there you go. You're ready to start wiring. So go to the front here, put a block there, and then 5 blocks here like so. Then you want to get out your glass blocks, put a glass block there and there. Then get out your redstone dust and put it all along these blocks like so. Now you can get out your lever and give it a real quick test. Flick it, and you should see those 3 pistons extend. So now you're going to want to go down here, build 1 down, then build 1 up, 1 down, and then another 1 up. Get out your dust, put 1 there, and then repeater there. Now once you have that, you're going to want to just do this to the other side as well. 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, and then 1 up, and then another 1 up. Once you've done that, get out your dust, put it there, and then redstone repeater facing that way. Now once you've got that done, you can go over here and start wiring up your doubles. You're going to need to get out your observers for this, of course, after putting obsidian. So this is actually something that I do while wiring, and it's a quick tip. Just put immovable blocks over all the extenders so that they can't break. Put a block there, get out your observers, place one facing into that piston, and then one facing up right there. Repeater on one tick, then dust. Go down here, put a block like so, another one, and then you can build out 2 blocks here, like this. Put a glass block there, dust on these 4 blocks, and then a repeater on 3 ticks facing in right there. Once you have that, go down here, put a block, then put 3 blocks in a row just like this. Then go over here, put a block there, block up, down, and then 3 blocks down right here, put one up right there, and then put dust, or of course, dust on these blocks there, repeater on 1 tick, repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 1 tick, then crouch, place an observer facing that way, an observer facing up, and then an observer facing up 2 blocks above that, and then an observer facing that way. Repeater on 1 tick, and then 3 ticks, then 1 tick and 1 tick. Once you have that, build 2 blocks out this way, 2 redstone dust, 2 blocks, and then 2 obsidian, and then go down here, put an observer right here, break that block, put 3 blocks right here like so. You're going to have to get inside, and then a block on next to that piston, repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 4 ticks, and 1 tick. Once you have that, you're ready to have to break your way out. Replace those blocks that you had to break, put glass there, dust on those 2 blocks, glass there, and then dust. And once you have that, you're going to have to go right down here, put 2 blocks in like so, and then a block down and up, 3 blocks down, and then a block right there next to that piston. 1 tick, 4 ticks, 1 tick. Crouch and place an observer facing towards the pistons, right there, and then an observer facing up. Observer facing towards the piston, and then an observer facing up. Then you're going to have to break a few of the floor blocks here, an observer facing up, and then an observer facing that way. You can replace the floor blocks now, and then you have your observers in for the quad. 1 tick, 3 ticks, then 1 tick and 1 tick. Go over here, 3 blocks up, and then 2 more obsidian blocks. Go down here, and you're going to want to get out your slab, put one there, dust on those 2 blocks, well, 3 blocks, and then repeaters on 4 ticks there and there. Now once you have that, you're going to want to go over to here, put in a block there, a block up, then another block to the side, a repeater on 4 ticks on that block, dust, repeater on 4 ticks there, a block up right there and down, repeater on 4 ticks, then another block up and then down, and then a repeater on 4 ticks. Now once you have that, build up another block, and this will be, you'll have to start building it out like so, put a block down with dust on it, and then 4 ticks, block, 4 ticks. This will make it so that you can get your floor flat. So go up here, place an observer, you'll have to crouch on top of that repeater, and then put a block right in here, and then go over here, get out your observers again, and you're going to have to break through the floor. So go right to this block here, crouch, place an observer on that repeater, and then a block, then replace the floor. Go over here, do the same thing, but of course you're going to now have to build out a little bit. So place your observers there, block, break the observer, and then you can go up here and fix the floor. Now you can go back over to your quad and build block there, block up, block down, then repeater on 1 tick, repeater on 1 tick, and then dust. Get out your observer, place one facing up right there, running into a block. Now once you have that, you're going to want to go over to this side, put a block, reset that repeater, put a block up there, and then dust on it, glass block, dust on it, and that will be your quad retraction setup. So once you have that, put blocks like so, then put dust on those blocks, excuse me, put a block up, and I messed this up a bit, so yeah, you're going to want to put your blocks down here, these 2 blocks like so, but I did the glass blocks wrong. You're going to have to shift them over. So yeah, glass there and there, break that. So that should be your setup. Put dust on those 2 glass blocks, then you're going to want to go over here, put a block there, 3 blocks down here like so, then put repeater on 1 tick, repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 1 tick. Then you're going to want to go over here, 3 blocks down, and then 1 up, put another 1 up, break it. Then repeater, and then your dust. Then go over here, repeater on 4 ticks there, and then you have that set up. Now you're going to go over here, put an observer right there, and then an observer facing up. Then break that observer. Repeater on 3 ticks, repeater on 1 tick, then an observer facing in again, and then an observer facing up, repeater on 1 tick and 1 tick. Now put your 2 normal blocks right here, and then your 2 obsidian blocks. Then you go over here, and you're going to want to put a block there and there, then a glass block, dust on all 3. Then you're going to want to go down here, put a block up right there, and another one to the side, both with dust. Then go over here, place a block down, down, and then 1 up. Then get out your observers, 1 facing in like that, and 1 facing up like that. Repeater on 1 tick and dust, then repeater on 3 ticks, and then dust. Now this right here will be this side of the door done. And you can now just go down here and put in the final retraction bit for your triple. Observer right there. Set that back to 3 ticks. And then put your block there, and then your 3 blocks down like so. Repeater on 4 ticks, 1 tick, and 4 ticks. Now, I forgot to set it to 4 ticks, but I do that later before I do the final test. Just you can set it up like that yourself before you do any tests. Now, build blocks here like so, put a block there, blocks like that in this formation, block under that piston, and then a block down like so, then block there. Repeater facing in, and a repeater facing in, and then 4 dust, and then 3 more dust. Now you're going to want to go over here and do this side. So again, you're going to want to start off by building your blocks down like so, up, and then put dust on those 2 blocks, on that one, 3 tick repeater, then an observer facing in there, and an observer facing up there, 1 tick repeater, glass, dust, and dust. Then you're going to want to go down to here, put your block there, put 3 down, just like this, then put 1 up, then put your 1 tick, 4 tick, 1 tick, then an observer facing in right there, and an observer facing up, then an observer facing up right there, and an observer facing in, then put 3 ticks, 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick, then go over here, and then put your glass blocks, well, of course, yeah, glass blocks there, dust on those 3 blocks, then build down here, put 3 blocks down right there, of course with your 1s up, 3 dust, and then a repeater on 1 tick facing in right there, and then you're going to want to do your final retraction bit by, of course, well, you have to first fill in those 2 blocks, then go down here, put your observer, then block 3 blocks down, 4 tick repeater, 4 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, and then put your 2 blocks right there, and then dust on those 2 blocks. Now go over here, and what you're going to want to do is put blocks like this, in that little weird pattern, then a torch tower, just like this. It does take me a little while to build the torch tower. Obsidian right there, torch, block, and then a torch, and that should be your torch tower finished. Then you're going to want to go down here, build around about four blocks out like that, 1 up at the final one, and then put dust on all 4 of those blocks. Or last one has a repeater on 1 tick. And then build out your 3 blocks like this, build 1 up there, and then 1 down, and then you're going to want to go over here, put dust on those blocks, then go over here and get out your glass, put 1 up there and there, then put dust on those 2 glass blocks. Go down here, put a block there, your 3 blocks down, and then on these blocks you're going to want to put 1 tick repeater, 4 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, then put your observer facing up and then to the side, facing into the extender. Then again, 3 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, then go over here, facing into the extender, and then 1 facing up, then 2 repeaters both on 1 tick. Go over here, 2 normal blocks, 2 obsidian blocks, then you're going to go over here and put your 3 blocks there, 1 up, down, and then up, repeater right there, and then 3 dust. Now once you have that, you can go over here, build up 1 and then another to the side, link all that up with redstone dust. Then go over here, put a block there, put 2 blocks down, just like so, and then put dust, 3-tick repeater, and then an observer facing that way, an observer pointed up, 1-tick repeater, dust, glass block, and then dust. Now build your 2 blocks out again like this with dust on both of them, and that right there is your door almost completed. You just have to go down here, build 2 up, just like this, up, down, down, up. Then 4-tick repeater, right there, another 4-tick repeater, another 4-tick repeater, then another one, dust, and then you have to mirror this to the back side. Build down 1, up 2, up, down, up, down, and then up. Then you can just continue this pattern on over to the other side until you get to here, build up 2 blocks. And then this right here created a clock, but as you can see, the obsidian prevented everything from breaking. Now place dust, 4-tick repeater, 4-tick repeater, and then a 4-tick repeater. Then you're going to have to go and face this way to place in the rest of your 4-tick repeaters. And then your dust, after, of course, another 4-tick repeater right there. Dust. Boom. Now, it's almost ready. What you have to do now is go in here, place 2 blocks just like so, and then 1 down. And then on top of these 2 blocks, 4-tick repeater, 4-tick repeater. And then have an observer running into a block. And then again, you're going to have to break out your floor, so you can just break your floor there. Crouch, place that observer, place the block, fix your floor, break this block, observer, block, replace the floor. Now once you have that done, you have to get in the final bit for the quad, so put dust on that block, 3 blocks like so, each with 4-tick repeaters on them. Then have your observers out, put one facing up right there, running into a piston, that is then going to update an observer right under this piston. And then go over here, do the exact same, again, piston, observer facing up, detecting it, and an observer facing up, well, of course, after your 3 blocks. So you're going to have to break this one. Your repeaters both on all 3 on 4 ticks. And to get in, you're going to have to do some weird bits, like so. Repeater on 4 ticks facing inwards. Then an observer facing up. There you are. So now you're just going to have to get out of this through the sides, but it's not that difficult. And now you can break your obsidian, but before flicking everything, make sure to go through and give it a final check, because one little mess up can be quite devastating. And I found a few errors. For one, I forgot to show you to build the final retraction bit for this third triple piston extender, so your 4-tick repeaters and then your 1-tick. And then, of course, check all your others. This one I had on 1-tick, so set it to 4 if you haven't already. And now go over here, you can flick your lever again, and you can see that your entire bottom section pushes up. And if you flick it again, it all retracts quite nice and fast. So, now that you've got this whole thing done, you're ready to start on the sides. Now the sides are like almost all of my doors, just flat walls, and then I'll show you how to build the obsidian layouts. This one is 7 tall and 13 deep, so this will take a little while to build, but after you've done it, I will show you how to do the obsidian layout. Even building as fast as I could, I was having troubles building up the wall. Cool, so now that you've done that, you're going to want to go over here, put an obsidian block right there, and then 1 up right here, then break out 2, put 2 obsidian blocks there, break 3 out in a row like that, then break down 2, put obsidian, break 1 there, and 1 there, like that. Then you're going to want to pretty much just flip this upside down and do it above that, like so. So break out your 5 blocks like so, with the obsidian blocks up top, 1 there and 1 there, then on the back side, 1 there and 1 there. Now, once you've got that done, you're going to want to get out your slime and prepare for the slime layout. I know that the obsidian looks a bit weird, but you'll now see why. 3 slime there, and then 2 slime there, 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 and there. See, that's why there's the obsidian everywhere. The extenders are very, very squished. So build out 2 temporary blocks right there, and then build 3 pistons facing in like that. Now get out your normal pistons, put 1 there and there. Then go over to this side, put 1 there, 2 sticky pistons facing in like that on the top and bottom with normal pistons right there like so. Do this for the back side, for the front side as well. Put your normal piston facing in, 2 sticky pistons facing up, normal piston, 2 sticky pistons facing in, normal piston. Now once you've done that, put 2 temporary blocks and a sticky piston facing in, 2 temporary blocks and a sticky piston facing in. Do this for the back side as well. Once you've done that, as for all the 4 sticky pistons that you're going to need to place, you will now be ready to begin wiring. Your layout should look like this. So now just go down here, place a piston right there, torch, then a block on top of that, torch on the side of it, and then a block with 3 torches like so. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go over to this torch, place a normal piston facing in with a torch on top of it, and then an obsidian block right there with dust on it. Put the dust on the obsidian block, of course, and then put a block right there with running into, well, of course, little torch tower here. So, repeater on 1 tick, torch, and then torch. And then once you've done that, put a block right there with a torch on it. This looks very weird, but it's the extension for your triple. Now put blocks out here like so, and then put a repeater on 4 ticks, another repeater on 4 ticks, then a block right there, and a block right there. Now, again, you're going to want to get out your repeaters, put 1 on 4 ticks there and there. Now put 1 in there. I don't know if you could see, but there should be 1 facing in right in that section. You can sort of see through the slime. So do the same for the other side, put 1 right in there, and you should see it pointing out into the slime. So now once you've got that, you are going to be ready to go up here and start wiring up everything else. So cut off the redstone, and then put 4 blocks, 1 up, and then another 1 there. Put a little torch tower here like so, and then so now what you're going to do is go down here, put your dust on these blocks, as you can see that block cut it off, and then put torches all along up here like so. Then you're going to want to mirror this to the back side. Again, cut off the dust, then your blocks here, 1 up, another 1 up, and then your torch tower. Now go over here, place your redstone dust in, again having cut off that block, and then put your torch tower in like so. And now once you have that, you're going to be ready to start wiring the top section. So you're going to want to go over here and then put dust, 2 blocks like that, 2 tick repeater facing in. Do this for the front, dust, 2 blocks, and then a 2 tick repeater facing in like so. Now go down here, put an observer facing down right there and right there. Then go put 2 blocks like so, and then obsidian there and there. Now get out your blocks, and you're going to be having to do some weird bits. 4 tick repeater, dust on those 3 blocks, dust on those 3 blocks, and then a 4 tick repeater. And now, in order for this whole thing to really work, I tied in the sides to the ceiling. So you're going to want to put your observer, sticky piston with an observer facing down and a block, observer, sticky piston facing down, observer facing in, and then a block right there. But to finish up the rest of the sides, you're going to have to start preparing to build up your ceiling. Place dust here and then a block, but now you have to build your ceiling. Because the way that this thing works is the ceiling and the sides are both connected in a way. So build up your ceiling, just like so. It'll be 7 wide and 9 deep. I was speed building this thing because I really wanted to get through the tutorial. As you've probably noticed by now, the length of this video is pretty big. It's a very, very huge file. So yeah, find your middle blocks and then put 3 obsidian here and here. Now, once you've done that, go over here, put an obsidian block there and there, then there and there. Now do this for the front side as well, and then you're going to have to copy this all over to the other side, like this. It's a very, very weird layout, but I will show you why it looks like this. And then you're going to need to put in 4 more obsidian. One there, and then for the backside, one there, and one there. Now, of course, I'm going to show you how this works. So you're going to want to start by building up a little bit of slime. But in order to make this easier, I would suggest putting in your 3 pistons first, like this, 3 slime, then you replace the ceiling blocks, then put normal piston and a block, normal piston up here, and then replace the block again. Now you're going to want to go over here, break out these 2 blocks, and these 2 blocks all over the place like that. Should have a total of 8 blocks broken. Then build out 3 temporary blocks just like so. Then you're going to want to go down here, put 3 pistons facing down like that, and another 3 pistons facing down right here, and then do this over here as well, and then do this right here. Now you should have them all done. As you can see, they're all filled in. Now get out your slime, put 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and then 2 there. Now this is the whole reason that you have the weird layout going on. Break out these blocks right here because they were just temporary, and then break out these 2 blocks. Go down here, normal pistons facing down there and there. Then you can go over here, do the same thing, break out block there and there, normal pistons facing down there, like so. Fill in those blocks again, just like this, to finish off your ceiling again. Excuse me. Then you're going to want to go over here, put slime here, like so, 4 slime blocks total. And then you're going to want to break out that obsidian block to make this easier. 2 sticky pistons facing down, and then go over here, do the same thing. 2 sticky pistons facing down, and then go over here, have 2 sticky pistons facing down, and then over here, 2 sticky pistons facing down. Now, break out these 2 blocks and those 2 blocks, then put a block there and break out that block. Put normal pistons facing down there, and there. Then replace those blocks, and now go over here, place the sticky piston facing down, and then replace the flooring. Then go back over here, break out these blocks again with your temporary block right there. Go down here, normal pistons facing down there and there, sticky piston, normal pistons facing down there and there, and then put your ceiling back in place just like so. And then you're going to want to go back up here, break that temporary block, and then put a temporary block there, a sticky piston facing down, break the temporary block, sticky piston facing down, and then you're just going to have to do this for the front side. So again, block, sticky piston, break, you block your sticky piston, and then you break it. Now you're going to want to go over here, and you're going to want to fill in your obsidian there, break that out, put obsidian right there, then break that out, obsidian, and then obsidian. Alright. Now, that is your layout for the top completely finished. Put blocks there and there. Now go over to this section, and you're going to want to put in some wiring. Cut off those dusts. Put a block there, dust, then glass, another 2 glass there and there, dust on all 3 of them, and then another 3 glass, right, like that, and then dust on all 3 of them. Then go over here, put a repeater on 2 ticks facing in there. Then go over to this bit right here, put dust there, block, dust, 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 and then 2 blocks like that. Repeater on 2 ticks, 4 ticks, and 2 ticks, dust in those 2 slots. Then do the same for the backside, 2 dust, 2 ticks, 4 ticks, 2 ticks. Then put your blocks up like so, dust on those 3 blocks, repeater facing in like that. And go over here, put a piston facing up, repeater, then an observer like this, running into a block, repeater on 4 ticks, and then 2 ticks, dust right there, and then you can go back over to this section, build up a block right there, 4 ticks, 1 tick, and then 2 ticks, or just 4 ticks, 1 tick, 4 ticks, 2 ticks, 1 tick. You have to have repeaters on all of these blocks here, though. Because you can't have, like, dust. Put an observer facing in right there, and then an observer facing down right there. Blocks like that, and then observer, and repeater on 4 ticks, and 1 tick. Then go over here, observer facing in, observer facing down, block down, and then one up. 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and 1 tick. Then you want to go over to this section right here and get your blocks out. Place block there, 4 tick repeater, then a sticky piston facing that way with a block, with an observer facing in that way, block in front of it, of course, with dust on that piston. Then put 3 blocks like this, and you're good to go. Put a torch like this, then do that, and you should have a torch on the side of that block and dust. Then you're going to want to go to the back side and pretty much just do the exact same thing. Torch, dust, block, torch, dust. Then put a glass block here instead of a full block. Glass block, and then put dust on that. Then go over here, you're going to want to do pretty much the exact same thing. Block, 4 tick repeater, and then a sticky piston facing that way with an observer facing into a block, then dust on top of that, block cutting off that dust, 2 more blocks there and there, glass block, and then dust on all 4 of those. Then once you've done that, you can go over here, put a block right there so you can have an observer facing in like that, and then have an observer facing down, just like so. Then put a repeater on 1 tick, block there, and then dust on that block, and then put a block to cut off that redstone dust, and a block up there, and then put 3 blocks just like so, running into a block on that side, and then 2 blocks like that, 1 tick repeater, 3 dust, and then 3 tick repeater. Now go over here, put 2 blocks like so, dust on that block, put 2 obsidian blocks like so, and then dust right there. Then you're going to want to go over to this side and pretty much just copy everything. So put in your blocks like that, your 2 obsidian, and then you can put your dust, 1 tick repeater, block up and then down, torch, dust, cut off the dust, and then your 3 blocks like this, observer facing in that way, and then the unobserver facing down right there, 3 tick repeater, running into a block actually, and I accidentally broke that piston, so you might have to break it a little bit to fix it. Then just replace everything like that. Then go over here, put a block down, dust, then have a block right there, 2 dust, block up, and then block down, a repeater on that block, dust right there. And then that is pretty much that entire side of the top and the side done. So you should be all ready to go to do the other side. So again, you're going to want to build up your wall first, but this is how you power it. Dust on that block running into a block right there, and have a sticky piston, normal piston facing that way, torch, block, torch on the side of that block, and then a block with 3 torches like so. Then you're going to want to cut off the dust here, which I forgot to do, and I pay the price for later on. And then you can build up your walls. Again, 7 tall, 13 deep. If I said 9 deep earlier for the ceiling, I apologize. I might have just been rushing. But yeah, build up the wall, and if you want to, you can just skip this part. You're just going to be building the obsidian layout again after you've done the wall. So you should have the wall done now. Find the middle block, break out 5 blocks like that, 2 blocks there, all obsidian, 5 blocks, and then up right there, obsidian, and then up, then put obsidian there, and then go over here, do the same thing there and there, then right there, over here, last bits there and there. Now you have that bit done for your wall. You can go over here and get out your blocks again and get ready to start wiring. So right here, you're going to want to go and put in your slime layout yet again, just like we did on the other side. Get out your blocks, put 1 there, and then fill in your 3 sticky pistons, all facing in like that. Normal piston, and then a normal piston. Then go over here, put a normal piston right there, and right there. Sticky pistons both facing in to the top and bottom. Then normal piston there and right there. Then get out your temporary blocks, put 2 there, and then place a sticky piston facing in. then do the same right there. Now you're going to want to copy all of this over to the front side, of course. 2 sticky pistons facing in, and then another 2 sticky pistons facing in. Normal piston there, and then you're going to want to get out your blocks. Put a sticky piston facing in there, and a sticky piston facing in right there. Now, once you have that done, you're going to be ready to start the wiring again. Go over here, put an observer facing down right there and right there. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to put 2 blocks right there, obsidian, obsidian, and then repeater on 4 ticks, 2 blocks, and then a block right down there, repeater on 4 ticks, and then put dust on all of these blocks right like that. 2 dust there, block, dust, cut off the dust, put a block right there, 3 glass blocks, all with dust on them, and then 2 tick repeater facing in right there. Then get out your glass again, 3 glass blocks like so, with dust on all of them. Now, once you've done this, you're going to be ready to go and to start working on the doubles. So put your blocks like so. Then have an observer facing down right there, observer facing in, and then go over here, put your blocks in yet again. Then repeaters, all like that. 2 ticks, 1 tick, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 1 tick, 2 ticks, and then once you've done that, you can put in your observers yet again, 1 facing in and 1 facing down. Then place a block right there and right there. Now on top of here, 4 ticks, and 1 tick. Then do a little bit of wiring down here. You're going to be doing your torch tower now. Put your dust, and this is where things get a little bit messy. I forgot to cut off the dust, so if you hadn't already done that, your door might be a little bit broken, but I show you how to fix damage once I flick the lever again after I'm done. So again, build up all your blocks, and don't forget to cut off the dust. Now build your torch tower again. As you can see, the damage is there, but it's fixable, very easily fixable. So now that you've done your torch tower, you're going to want to get out your dust, block, 2 tick repeater, and then go over here, 2 tick repeater, block, then build up your torch tower, like so. Then put your dust down, and then put a torch there, block up, and then do the same thing over here, torch there, block up, and then you go over here, put a block down right there, and then put blocks there and there, put dust on that block, of course, after doing 4 ticks, 1 tick, and 4 tick. And now you can go over here, put the dust down, and then put a block down right there, an observer facing in right there, and an observer facing down right there. Block up and down, dust on that block, cut off the dust, and then put blocks up right there and there. 3 tick repeater, then blocks there, and then 1 up right here. Dust right there, 1 tick repeater, and then you go down here and put in your 2 obsidian, 1 tick repeater, and then your dust. Go over here and you're going to just copy everything that I just did. Again, 2 obsidian, 1 tick repeater, blocks up, dust, cut off the dust, block there, block up, and then go over here, put an observer facing in right there, go down here, observer facing down, and then go up here, 3 tick repeater, running into a block with dust on that block there, blocks up and down, all like that, 1 tick repeater facing in right there. And this is your door completed almost. You just have to do one last quick thing. So you need to flick your lever again, and as you can see, not everything will work. I forgot to do this bit. So now that you're ready to do this bit, build out your blocks like that, torch on that block, then your sticky piston facing in, torch, block, and then dust, and go over here, place your block down right here, running into a small torch tower, torch, and torch after your repeater. Now put in your torch, and then you put in the obsidian. And now that right there is your door almost done. Block right there, repeater, block right there, repeater, then a block right there, and then put 4 tick repeaters on there, and then put 2 blocks, 4 tick repeater there, and right there. And now you are almost done. Last bit, observer, sticky piston, observer facing in, and a block, and go over here, observer, sticky piston, observer facing in, and then a block. And now, my friends, you are done. This is what should have happened. To fix it, you just have to break those 2 blocks, piston, and then your block. Same thing will have happened to the back side, so the easiest fix is, again, just break those 2 out, place that, and then put the block back. And that is it done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I was around about, like, the, half-hour mark when I realized I needed to start rushing. So I apologize for how rushed the last bit was. I hope it was intelligible. But yeah, that's really just about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. The 8x8 cave door will hopefully be coming out soon. I've been working on it and been trying to get it as small as possible. But yeah, that's just about it. I'm ViscosComb24, and I'll see you next time. Again, sorry about how rushed the last part was. I just really wanted to get this thing done and not have it be over an hour. But yeah, again, hope you all enjoyed, and it is yet again that time where I have to cuss, so the copper cannot get me. Fuck. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.